Dover. It's going to be an exciting day today full of great racing action. But before we get started with the race, we're going to be doing qualifying 1 hour. Oh, yeah. Got to put on the music a bit. Yeah, one hour qualifying session here at Dover. And we've already got some drivers here for it even starts. So let's get into it here. All right. Right. I'm gonna undeafen here the Discord. All right.
In 500, use the left lane to turn left southwest.
All right.
Yep. Turn left to southwest.
Now here is Jalen.
In 900 feet, use the right lane to turn right.
Very laggy stream, whatever. Here is Jalen now. In that number 88 cuss machine. He just recently switched his number out in favor of the 88 machine. And now he's going to be on his lap. And a turn one, clean. Looking clean around the bottom. Jalen right now, third in standings, 357 points, having a really good season thus far. And coming back to the line, he's going to get a time of a 27.033. So up next, it's the 96 machine of Trey, a new driver in the Carvana Cup Series. Trey running this 96 Lollipop machine. And he's going to come back to the line to start his lap here. And a turn one around the bottom, running up, sliding up towards the middle a bit there. Looking clean about where Jalen was. We'll see where this lap falls. And coming back to the line, it's going to be a time of a 37.217 for him. And that's P2. Now, next guy up here, Bryce, in the number 54 Dodge machine. Bryce running the bottom, really close to the bottom, sliding up there. Got pretty close to the wall. Looks like the closest out of anybody we've seen thus far. And coming back to the line, it'll be a time of P2, a 37.146 for Bryce. And so the next guy to go out will be the number one. Nice one here, too. Is this Brian Jr.? The number one, no, it's Brian Jr. Oh, into the wall off exit. And the start is lap, not a very good start there. Running around the middle, bottom. But Brian Jr. Oh, into the wall he goes! Hard into the wall! And next behind is Triple B. And Triple B.
Fighting.
He's about
So
P7 in standings right now in the points. And as he comes back to the line, it's going to be a time of...
Just to take out.
Pulls a 36.933.
So it'll be like 150.
And here comes Ross. Ross to start his lap. 36. No, not 26. Sorry. The font is really small on my screen. My bad. Very, very small. 26. And Ross running the bottom. Let's see what he can get here. It is P3, a 27.046 for him. And now here is Sprout, the points leader. By almost like a race. The cut line will be, I believe it's 10 drivers. 10. That's, well, we'll do 12, 10 drivers. And here comes A Sprout to start her lap. Points leader. And a new scheme, Celsius on the back of the car, as you can see. And clean. Oh, into the wall off too. That might hurt her lap. She said she had lag. I don't know. We'll see. And that she did not have a good entrance into 3 there. So that might hurt her lap. Comes back to the line. And it is, whoa, a 27.250. And that is a terrible lap for the points leader. As Josh Garums can go, but A Sprout there. A Sprout might be in trouble with missing her. With missing the race. Issues on her lap with freezing. That could be really costly in qualifying, as here's Josh Garums. And that number 93 Toyota machine into 1. We're on the bottom. Ross, yeah, you can join the booth. As here, down the back straightaway. Josh Garums. Oh, how wide! Really wide! And as he comes back to the line, I don't know. It's going to be near the bottom of 27.517 for him. And here is Slide Job. And that brand new scheme. Number 11, IHOP Chevy Camaro. As we'll watch him. Oh, it looked really close to the wall. And running down really close to the bottom there. Let's see what this exit's going to look like. Clean. Ross, yeah, you're good. And... Ooh. Really slow in 3 and 4, almost into the wall, but as he comes back to the line, Slide Job, a time, oh, a 28.3.
So we have 1 car left to go before we start DNQing people.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely looking at Sprout on down in the 27-2 brackets. That's the danger zone
Is it
right
not
now.
12 cars?
How is the lag?
It's been 12 cars on every... No, that was just my internet. It wasn't like the actual cars.
All right.
There was less lag in the public server, but I felt like when we got here, there was a little bit more. It
Yeah,
wasn't
it
like
might just
screen
be, like,
freezing,
you
but
gotta
just
restart
like a
the
little bit.
server.
That's what's really
I
gonna
definitely
base this
felt
off.
some lag, though.
Oh, Mr. Fasty's doing a lap.
If it's
Yeah,
lagging, it's like 10.
I literally just lagged in the whole turn 2. So
Fasty's gonna diamond the corner here, up off of turn 4. He's coming to the line, and he goes 5th.
yeah, I'm just DNQing.
27.204. And Slide Job is on the cut.
Yeah. 10-car field cut here.
Why is it 10?
It was 10 for Nashville.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was 10 for Nashville.
Because of lag. And unlock for West. He's banned from the server, bro. He's banned from the server. Why would I unlock this server for someone who's banned?
I can't wait to miss the race because of lag on what would have been a pole lap.
I'm not
you
unlocking the
messed
server
off
for
too.
somebody who's banned from the server.
You don't have to go for the pole, though. Like, I wasn't pushing
No,
because you have to be disciplined. Because
I
if you
was
get the
going to
wall
be-
off, too, like,
I was
it
going
kills
to
your
be-
lap.
I couldn't do anything about it. I just froze.
I had the lag where it, like,
the whole
your screen is
second half of
shifting,
the corner.
but not, I wasn't free lagging. It was just like,
Hashtag
like the screen's.
unban.
We're not unbanning West.
Wait, can cams even show up to this?
I don't know.
Oh, unblock Carl.
I don't have... What?
Carl said you need to unblock him.
I don't have him blocked. I might not unfriend him.
Nope, Tyler's here.
Alright, there we go. Accept the friend request from Carl.
And right now, Slide Job with that number 11 IHOP car. It's on the cut. But if you really want to make this race, we don't know how many more people are going to show up. You've got to run at least over a 27.2 if you want to feel safe. Triple B is currently the only one to enter the 26-second bracket, as Carl has also joined. That's potentially 2 more qualifying attempts to knock out Slide Job.
Yeah.
Just DNQ for fun.
And Sprout is sitting at 7th.
According to West, he this is what West told me in DMs. I don't want to qualify. I don't give a fuck about the ban. That's all I want to do. Qual.
I
He just
know I'm
wants to
not
qual.
getting like any
Please
sort of
ban.
redo, but if I were to redo, it'd probably be like a 27-0.
Yeah, me and Ace tried to do a flag and we just got killed.
Yeah, Slide Job froze in turn 3.
Cause it's literally Spectrum. Is that a shocker? And also, I fell a little slow like in my lap, which didn't help.
Yeah, delete your car, Slide.
Oh,
Near Zav.
Yeah, I'm just gonna DNQ.
me and Sprout.
You
me and
have a
Sprout
one
both
race point. You basically have one free race.
No. You don't understand.
Sprout doesn't want to give up that advantage.
I need to win this race. It's
Oh, you
You don't need to. You just won last. You just won Long Beach. You're fine.
You're gonna be out.
How am I P4? Ref, how am I P4?
And here comes Zav
Because I
trying to get the
froze
best
on my
run off
normal
of turn
lap.
4 to give him the most momentum into turn 1 here as he starts his lap. Let's see what line he runs. How deep is he willing to drive it in? He slides up the track, drives it in pretty deep, dances with the throttle mid-corner, trying not to set up a wall tap. Makes it through 1 and 2 clean. Down the back straightaway, he's going to come. Under the bridge, it's also a really recognizable braking point maybe if your line is there. As he dances with the throttle mid-corner, he's coming up off. He's not going to hit the wall. Let's see where he places.
Oh, how was that below me?
And that's a
And he goes
27.33.
He goes 6th on the board. My bad, 8th. Slide job is the first DNQ.
Do the lag. Do the lag. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just
And
something in my
now
opinion. If
you
you
have to
like,
beat a
Is
27, 8,
this
6,
is
7.
fine
you have
before because
full
it
proof
was
if you
lag
lag.
all of a sudden?
No, if you just have full proof that you lag, it
I
should be
literally,
like something.
I literally too late. I literally can't go back and clip it. I just get
Like,
fucking ass with my
people
fucking
shouldn't be
lag.
people
I
shouldn't be DNQing because
Yeah,
lag when they
my
have
payment-
evidence that they
Why
lag.
is everybody go back to drivers VC? Go back to drivers VC.
Bro, do you realize that at Indy Road Course I literally DNQ'd because of lag and
No,
BCH
no, no,
and you did
let's get out. No.
How many
Mute
minutes do we
up
have
your-
left? Got about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Cams literally can't race.
He's literally qualifying just to knock me out. Pull me back
Yeah,
in.
he's qualified for fun.
And Cam's looks like he's going to do a lap.
Yep, Kansas qualifying for fun.
He literally could just do the reverse glitch and you know.
And he said he could race. And yet Chevy Cams is driving a Ford.
Now
Trying to get that best run off.
Cam's.
As he heads towards turn 1. 179, 180 into the turn. He lets the car coast. He's going to dance with the throttle, and he's heading over to bad in turn 3.
Yeah, Cam's P2 in standings are now into the wall. He goes. Issues. It looked like just like A Sprout there. And so
that horrible
far,
entry.
the top
horrible
2 in
entry.
points have had terrible laps with issues, and that's near the bottom.
He's 9th. He's 9th.
Many drivers complaining about lag here today.
Jay Garams is now on the cut with a 27.5. And then Chevy Cams is right on top of it in 9th. Zav and Sprout, 8th and 7th. What is going on today?
Yeah, really, really big hitters in points. Just having terrible lag and just killing their lap. So this could be really, really helpful for some guys that are either below the cut or just out of the points lead battle to catch back up. So we'll see. So 43 minutes left here in qualifying. As no drivers trying to go out yet.
Still plenty of time to see more people show up, knock more cars out. Really, I think Mr. Fasty and above, those top 5, maybe 4 cars are in the safe zone right now. Because a 27.0, 27.1 is a really solid lap. And it's hard to run those consistent. Normally in practice, you'd be around the 2 to 27.3s. So really fast laps out of that top 5, top 4 group. But everyone else who messed up in those 2 groups, if someone just puts together the perfect lap without really pushing, they can knock you out of this one. And that's the issue with qualifying here. You might feel like you're Superman off 2 until you hit that wall.
Yeah, so again, some heavy hitters, but Jalen, who's actually P3 in points right now, he is way up there in the safe zone, P2 right now. Had a really good lap. So if I'm Jalen, I'm feeling pretty good right now because both Sprout and Cams, who are above him, are in trouble.
Yeah, if they miss a race, he closes up, has a good points finish, doesn't get caught up in it, gets a top 3, maybe a top 5. He's right on top of him, and the battle's wide open again. We'll just have to see how many more people attempt to make a lap today, though. In this time allotted, we got a lot of time left.
Yeah, here's another one. Freezy Rat, a new driver in Carvana. Last week he made his debut and was really quick during the race. But
not without controversy, especially near the end. But that's what always happens at the end of these things. Guys trying to get desperate, get to the front, and prove their worth as he comes off of 4.
And
he starts his lap now.
Yep.
Let's see, how aggressive does he get with this throttle off turn 2? He makes it stick by about half a car length. Let's see what he can do down here in turns 3 and 4. Will he get greedy or will he play it safe, trying to make the race?
And off of turn number 4. Really close to the wall, but it's clean. And it is pole! It is top of the board at
Whoa.
26.850. Freezy Rat, the rookie, to the top.
And Chevy Cams is now on the cut line, and Garams is out. 3 cars have DNQ'd. Zav and Sprout are the next 3 in line. What is going on today?
Really heavy hitters. 3 playoff guys. Well, I believe Zab is close to the cut line. He's P9 right now, and he needs to make every single race and qualify to be safe in the playoffs. But
Have these points been updated after penalty appeals as well?
yes, they have.
Wow.
And
So
here's-
Garams, who's right now 95 out, there's a huge gap to the cut right now, but Dell is not here yet. I would expect Aurora to try to make a lap. Maybe Zane, Mystic, they still haven't shown up yet. But Sprout and Cams, who are way above Jalen. Jalen can easily jump Cams if he doesn't make this race and instantly close on Sprout, cut that gap in half, maybe less. Looking at the standings, Sly Job, who's minus 77, this is not what he wants to see.
and
Bryce, who's under the cut line, he's 50 under, but if his competition doesn't show up, he's going to be right on top of it.
And Zyler there, he had to abort his lap. He was on his out lap, but he said he was complaining about control issues there. So he's going to go back
We'll
out.
give him another shot.
Yep. Zyler below the cut line. Here, he is P14 in points of 62 points. Hasn't raced a lot this season. Really just racing every so often. But here he is qualifying for this, one of the biggest races this season.
Oh, he's really close to the wall, keeps it off, but it just killed his speed. This is not going to be a good lap. He's going to have to make up a lot of time and get aggressive. He can't play it safe. He had a horrible exit off of 4 coming to the line. So we'll see what he does here. Oh, he's drifted up to the wall again. He almost brushes it. Keeps it straight, though. This is not going to be a good lap that he wanted to see. Let's see what happens down here in turn 3. He runs the bottom. I think we can all come to the consensus that that's going to be the preferred lane in the race. Let's see where he ends up as he hits the line.
And it is near the
And
bottom,
he's
below the cut, I believe.
He is out right now. Yes, he did a 27.633 while the cut is a 27.4. He's 0.2 out. And Chevy Cams dodges yet another bullet.
Yeah, Cams and Sprout both hoping, praying that they can make this race. I mean, it's really, really close for them.
And we still have a lot of people left to show up. We haven't seen Dell, who's right on top of the line. Don't know if he's going to be showing up. We haven't seen Zane yet. We haven't seen Aurora. We haven't seen Jalen. Never mind, King or Mystic. They haven't shown up yet. So who knows if they'll be here in time to qualify. But that's a lot of names that can potentially knock out the points leader.
Yeah, a lot of playoff guys still yet to show up. A lot of guys really high in points. A lot so far that have qualified is just guys that are below the cut line, and this is really helpful for them. If more guys below the cut line show up, and not all the guys in the above the cut don't show up, I mean they will have a really good race and a really good point stay, no matter where they finish. So
I think Zav has the most to lose right now. He's 68 above the cut, but not making it, and Bryce making it gives him so much opportunity. He's going to lose like half that gap, maybe more, if he doesn't make this race.
If Bryce can have a really good race here, I'd say like a top 5 or so like that, he could really close that gap on Dell for the points for the cut line in the chase. So we'll see. But this is going to be really interesting to see how it plays out.
I'd say probably when you're under the 20th place, when you get down to the 22nd, further on back, these are guys going up not every single week. But when you get to about 20th on up, these are the guys showing up almost every week trying to qualify. So we'll see if their consistency, because the biggest part about making it, you got to make the race first in order to be a part of the show. If you want to make it into the chase, you got to qualify for the race first. And I think this is where the trouble begins. Guys with a lot of DNQs like Slide Job and Bryce and Boss, DNQs, that's going to kill your momentum.
Yeah. Slide Job has not had a really good season so far. I mean, just very unlucky in qualifying for him, and it's just unfortunate to see, but that's just how it is. I don't think a single person likes field cuts, but I mean, it just has to happen. It just, the servers can't handle it at all if you have too many cars on track, so that's why we gotta have field cuts.
And you don't want to have really slow cars out there because they can easily draw out cautions, and you have to earn your spot in the race to make it seem more professional.
Yeah, only really the best of the best can make it, especially now in road racing. There's so many more people involved in the league, and so many more people are showing up to races that it's so much harder to get into the races. So, yeah.
Well, it doesn't appear that Carl has made his lap yet. He's probably the only one right now who has not attempted to make a single lap yet. We'll see when he goes, though. He's got a lot of time to do it, so we'll see if he chooses to wait it out a little bit. I'm sure he and a couple other guys are going to show up right before the timer ends, and we're going to get a wave of cars trying to make it in.
Yeah.
So I think we're in a little bit of a break right now because we're between the group of guys who like to go right away and the group of guys who like to wait it out.
Yeah, well, some of these guys really want a lot of practice, but just remember, for some of these guys who didn't qualify, before the race, we're going to have ourselves a little pre-race show, like Amazon Prime sort of. So I'm going to have probably like 2 guys who didn't qualify or are racing, as long as the pole sitter or somebody else can hop in VC, and they will have a little pre-race show for about 15 minutes, and then we'll get into the actual pre-race interviews. So keep watch for that before the race.
Yes, we have a lot of fun coming up, and winning at Dover, it's also more special than maybe some other tracks because this one is unique and it actually has a pretty amazing looking victory lane and this amazing trophy with Miles the Monster on it, and he's ready to grab one of the cars who wins here today. So there's a lot more on the line. I mean, winning at a racetrack with no victory lane just doesn't feel as special as going to actually victory lane and actually getting that enjoyment of celebrating. So we'll see who gets lucky today and grabs this win and gets to go to one of the most unique victory lanes out there.
Yeah, unique victory lane for a very unique racetrack. There's nothing like Dover anywhere else in the world. It's a 1-mile concrete oval. It's like Bristol, but just so much quicker. And it's just one of the craziest racetracks there is. And possibly, I think it's one of my favorite racetracks. There's so many drivers that are only good here, and that's because it's just so unique compared to other tracks.
Well, we're going to find out who has the best discipline in a matter of about an hour and a half. We're going to see who's got the discipline to run the bottom the best. But can anyone make maybe one lane off the preferred groove work? We'll see. It's going to be hard to pass without using the bumper or someone else's misfortune behind you. So we're going to see how difficult is it to pass here. We've been seeing that in practice. It looks pretty difficult. So it's going to be really fun to see what happens.
Oh, and Aurora's here. She is looking to qualify, and she's actually below the cut line. Yeah, one lap for her, but she's actually below the cut line, but one of the fastest drivers. So she needs to.
I saw her.
Oh, she's not below the
saw her
cut line. She's above. Sorry, my bad.
I saw her in practice, and she had some of the best consistent laps. Even though she wasn't the fastest, she had really good consistent laps. And if she can just put one of those down, she's going to make this race with a nice, comfortable gap. So I think for Aura, it's not to go for the pole or maybe get a little risky for it, but just to make the race because so many people have messed up. I mean, you're probably going to make it if you can put in one of those fastest laps that you've put in. So we'll see as she rips the top, trying to get the best exit off. as she charges towards turn 1. Great exit speed. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Aurora here in Carvana running a new scheme for this race, a special scheme, but she's one of the quickest drivers. She's a new driver, but one of the quickest drivers. Oh, somebody's on. What the?
This is going to be a great lap. This is going to be a great lap. She had great exit speed. She's controlling the throttle so well. She hooks her line up perfectly. This is going to be a very fast lap. Let's see where it places.
And that is P2, a 26.879 for her. And she is safe.
And Chevy Cams is out. Wow.
Yeah.
And Sprout and Zav are now on the cut. So if we get 2 more cars to beat them, you're top 2 in points. They're not going to be making this race.
Yeah, this could be really good for Jalen. This could be really good for a lot of these guys. And, I mean, Dover just showing no mercy today in qualifying. And I don't think we'll see any mercy during the race at all.
No, we're not. This place does not give an inch. Turn 2 and turn 4 are treacherous for a reason. That wall guts out, and it's already killed multiple qualifying laps. But the biggest thing here is the banked straightaways. When you hit that wall, you're going to go down there, and you're not going to have an easy time coming back up. You're going to be hurt in that next corner, and it's going to take you a full lap to get back up to speed. So you have to have discipline with this track because of how fast it is. But it's also self-cleaning. So if you spin, you're going down to the bottom no matter what because of this banking. So we're going to see what happens later in this race when maybe there's a crash happening. If you really want to risk going low, staying high, we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, well, I have no idea how this track is going to race with the new setups here. They were updated a little bit ago, but I predict that it's going to be like old Bristol with single groove and just you got to use the bumper. But I think these drivers need to be just cautious off of turn 2 and 4 just to not wall each other because I think we're going to be seeing some pretty big wrecks if they just do not lift there. So it's going to be crazy on these restarts today.
Especially being 2x2 funneling through, especially off turn 2, guys might want to they feel like they can get clear, but you're going to wall somebody and they're not going to be happy with you. So there's going to be a lot of throttle discipline. That's going to be the name of the game today. Throttle discipline. I'm currently standing at the Ally Bridge, which is entering turn 3, and this bridge is really helpful maybe if you want to help find your line. You can dive it in deep in this corner, or you can start lifting a little early. But this bridge, you're going to be seeing a lot of action, guys trying to get under each other, and maybe even moving each other out of the way. We'll see. Could be bumper tag out there.
Yeah. Well, this Ally Bridge, 2 bridges here actually at Dover. One of the other key and notable characteristics of this racetrack, there's 2 bridges down the back straightaway that connect the infield and the outside of the racetrack. So, and we could actually go inside and free cam on the Ally Bridge, and we could see the track from in here. So it's pretty cool looking.
I think the biggest part here is this restart zone. If you're in the lead, you're going to love this place because it is so easy to get clear. If you pick that bottom, you can just shoot off whenever you want in this very large spot. And it's also on the exit of the corner, so guys are going to be struggling for grip trying to get up to speed, and that gives you so much of an advantage. So keeping the lead is going to be the name of the game here, especially on that choose.
Yeah. Well, I think just to be safe during this race, we're not going to be using choose cone because, I mean, we saw at Indianapolis another tricky track like this where it's just so hard off of corner exit. If you go side by side on those restarts and your drivers aren't given an inch, which they don't want to do, they don't want to give up anything, it's just going to lead to chaos and wrecking off of 2. So we're probably going to stay single file like we did last week not last week, but last race at Long Beach. But by the way, we have about 27 minutes to go here in qualifying, so just an update on that.
I think we should try letting a 2x2 restart happen maybe on the initial start, and if we're calm enough and we're professional enough, we can keep it going. But if we're walling each other and it turns into like a Nashville demo derby, we'll probably have to go to single file, like a Bristol Dirt type deal. So hopefully that doesn't happen because getting to choose, it's a huge opportunity. Because we all know the bottom is the place you want to be. Maybe 4 cars in a row, stack the bottom, and you take the top, you jump a lot of spots. And it looks like Mystic is on track, but he's parked under the turn 2 wall. I don't know what he's got going on over there.
Oh, he's complaining about mobile controls. Yeah, mobile controls are broken for this track. So, not
Nope, he said he
broken.
fixed it, but Mystic, I would probably go back and because you're not going to be carrying as much speed through this turn because you're still on your warm-up lap. I would just reset and do another warm-up lap. You can get 2 attempts at it. Yeah, he's going to reset.
Yeah, Mystic. Right now he's about P5 in standings. 266 points to his name, and yeah, he's pretty. I would say he's pretty safe above the cut line right now. But here he goes out again.
Like, no issues for him. Ooh, and he kissed the wall just a little bit. That's okay, though, on your warm-up lap. Just get used to the feel of the car. Let's see what happens, though, in turn 3. You got to nail your warm-up lap if you really want to get a good lap here. But right now, Sprout and Zav, they are probably saying, bend the wall, wreck the car. I want to make this race. But let's see if Mystic can show how fast he is. Here we go.
And Mystic.
Oh, and he almost hit the wall, but he made it stick. This is not good news if you're Zav and Sprout. This is not good news at all. He's got a great line going.
And here we go.
Let's see
coming
where
back
he
to the
places.
line. It'll be a time of. That is. Oh, near the bottom, actually. It's a 27.233.
What place is he in? I can't see the ticker. I'm in the grandstands.
Just above A Sprout right now. So he's 2, 3,
Wow.
4, 5.
And
6,
Zav has
7,
been knocked
8,
out.
9. So P9 for him, and now Sprout on the cut line right now.
Wow. What would you have thought you would have been saying that today? Sprout on the cut after seeing her practice times. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah, well, really unfortunate for her, but that's just how it is.
Dover is the embodiment of chaos, and
Yeah.
we are seeing it today.
So about 23 minutes left here in qualifying, and we still have some people to go.
Carl, I do not believe, has set a lap yet.
Carl.
Oof is here,
Yeah.
and I don't know if King will be showing up today. We'll find out if he does or doesn't.
Yeah. So no cars on track so far. And about 23 minutes left to go here in qualifying.
Did you get my ad? Did it finally send?
Yeah.
Because I keep having to reduce the file size. It looks so bad because of how much I had to reduce the file size on it because I don't have Discord Nitro. So Carl and Triple B are at the start-finish line. They're having a party on the grandstands, but we'll see if Carl can make this race and if he can be the one to knock Sprout out. It's going to be really interesting.
Somebody's on track there, not on racing.
They're driving through the infield. That's Aura and Sly Job. It looks like they've traded cars as well.
No.
Yeah, Sly Job's in Aura's car. And Aura is driving in the Pancakes car. However, one of those cars will not be a part of the race today. I think we have a nice little intermission here. Catch our breaths.
Yeah. I think it's time for
A
us
lot
to
of-
go to an ad break here, full screen ad, until the next person comes out to qualify. So,
We'll be back at Dover after these messages.
Racetrack to road. Mobil 1 Motor Oils make whatever you drive more beautifully.
A cage of cold metal with hot rubber at the corners. A chariot of thundering fury. The difference between you and your rivals isn't just the war paint traded in battle. It's more. Refuse to lose.
This is me. And I drive this sponsor. If I didn't have Credit One Bank as one of my primary sponsors in the Carvana Cup Series, I might as well become
Pancakes!
What are you waiting for? Get Credit One Bank today.
Hey, track bar's broke and you keep jumping out of gear. What do you want to do? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, Coca. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, should probably go. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited.
So tell me, why did you choose Frontier Fiber as your new internet provider? Well, it's strong, it just gets the job done, and I do not have to lag during my races anymore. So the people out there who have Frontier Fiber can watch our car race at Road America. Just better internet with Frontier Fiber. It's just good. We'll see you. Buy Frontier Fiber today.
All right, and we are back here with about 15 minutes ago. Nobody else has ran a lap yet.
Oof and Carl, they still haven't tried to make this race yet. So we're definitely not done. I think everyone's just kind of waiting till the end. But hopefully they still have enough time that they start going and everyone can get their laps in. It's going to be interesting to see if any of them can knock Sprout or Mystic out, because it's anybody's chance to make this race.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this has been a shocking qualifying session to begin with. Probably one of the most exciting all season long. The rookie in his second race still on pole by about 0.02 of a second. So really good for him. But Jalen also, he qualifies really high. And some of the heavy hitters in points, Mystic, Sprout, and Chevy, either DNQing or really close to DNQing. So this could be interesting to see.
So far, the cut line is Sprout with a 27.250. But let's take a look at who's on that cut line. Mystic, right above Sprout, is almost out as well. You have to run a 27.1 or an upper 27.2 to feel safe, because you can easily leapfrog 3 guys. But let's just take a look at who's not making this race. Zav is not going to be making this race. Chevy Cams, second in points, not making this race. Josh Garams will not be making this race. Slide Job's not going to be making this race. And it looks like Justin Haley and Nice One Hero 2 are not going to be missing it out.
Call me Justin Haley, guys.
Yeah, it's Zyler and Brian Jr. both DNQing as well, with less than 14 minutes to go.
Why do most people go by my Roblox username?
So right now, we've got Rat, Aura, Triple B, Jalen, you got me, Brides, and I think Fasty should be pretty safe. But if you're those bottom 3, and you know that there's about 3 more guys that are going to be going for it, you're not feeling safe right now, especially Sprout and Mystic.
Yeah, well, we've had 3 guys show up here. We've had Oof, we've had Boss, and we've had who
Carl.
else? Yeah, Carl here. So, and we know Carl's gonna be waiting till the very end to do anything. So, there you see Jalen.
Just don't wait too long. You don't want to wait too long.
Yeah,
that's the only risk.
Yeah, with about 12 minutes left to go here in qualifying.
It's a beautiful day in Dover. Not a cloud in the sky. The sun's beating down on the racetrack. It's going to be high track temps. Guys are going to be slipping, sliding around, especially under braking. Braking is really probably the hardest part of this track. That's where most passes are going to be made.
Are you in the fucking
in
air?
these braking zones.
Laura, why are you in the air? I will not mind that. At least I have an aerial cam.
Well,
hold on.
Apparently Trey says he's DSQing himself, but I mean, that doesn't matter. He's still qualified for the race. That means we'll just have 9 guys racing, unless somebody could beat him, which could happen.
Someone else just joined.
Lemmicky Jones says that his client is very disappointed in you. Who is your client? Oh, here's Boss and that number 49 machine. He's below the cut line right now.
Slide Job, get off track. Boss, you can go when you're ready. If Slide Job impedes you, you just go again. Okay, he's off track, so you're fine. Will Boss be the one to knock Sprout out? Here he goes. He's pulling out. And all we can do is wait and see. As Carl has spawned his car in the pit lane. Boss needs to have a great outlap here if he wants to get into this race. It's so important, especially heading into turn 1, to have as much as momentum as possible. So he's going to try to rip the top, diamond the corner, turn down last second, have a good run off. It doesn't look like he did a good job of that. Let's see what happens as he starts his lap. Oof and Carl have spawned their cars. Well, Boss, he's trying to dance with the throttle, get creative, try to find some pace. As he rounds off turn 2, he avoids that wall pop right there. Made it stick by about half a car length. Let's see what happens down here in 3. Oh, way up the racetrack. He's really slow. He's going to need to have a great exit here.
And it comes back to the line. It's... Was it above? I think it's below. He's out. He's out.
13 pieces.
27-4-1. He tied Chevy Cam's lap, but that doesn't matter anyway because they're both out.
And Bag 3 is saying that he wants to be disqualified, so we will...
Oh, Oof is on track.
Yeah,
We got Oof on track. He's pulling out. He's on his hot lap right now. He's on his out lap. He's about to start his flying lap here. Here we go. Oh, he had a great 3 and 4. Great 3 and 4. Here we go.
Now he's going to start his lap.
Well, really slow center of the corner here. Let's see how much he gets off of exit. Great exit speed.
Looking really quick here.
Uh-oh. This looks like a great lap. Just don't mess up off the turn. Don't mess it up.
And coming back to the
He
line.
makes it stick.
Oof. It's pole. It's a 26.833. It's top of the board.
What is going
Mr.
on?
Saturday does it again. Top of the board once again for the 45.
Thank you.
Oof just snatched the pole. Wow.
And
he is the 4th driver to break the sub 27 club. Meanwhile, Carl, he's on his outlap. He's going to be coming to the green. Can Carl make it in now?
And Carl, he hasn't raced much this season, but he is running that number 10 Domino's Dodge Charger machine. Looking pretty clean here into 1 and 2. We'll see.
He had a lift. He had a lift because he wasn't sure he was going to hit the wall. It was a safe call there.
And
Here we go.
Carl top Oof. Here he comes. Out of turn number 3 and 4.
Doesn't look like he's going to be beating Oof, but let's see if he makes the race. And he's just under
yes,
me
he
with
does.
a 27. Oh.
And I believe his Sprout knocked out.
Sprout's out. Wow.
That's P1 and P2 in points out.
That is...
This is amazing.
Incredible. Wow.
And like the race last night, it was a race of opportunity for a lot of guys who don't get opportunities. And it looks like we're going to have one of those again.
And another driver who we did not see bound here, Mystic, is on the cutoff.
Man, Mystic has got to be hoping that nobody else shows up.
No, I believe Mystic is out, actually.
Hey,
Who disqualified themselves?
Trey,
So Mystic is in right now. Mystic is in.
All right, so let's just run over this. Mystic is on the cut with a 27.233, and then Mr. Fasty is next with a 27.2. He's at 9th. Bryce is currently sat in 8th position. I think he's pretty safe. And on up, you got Carl in 7th, me in 6th. You got Jalen in 5th. You got Triple B in 4th. You got Aura 3rd. And then we've got Oof on the pole. And then we've got, who is that on the 2nd? Is that?
Oh, that's Freezy Rat there. So.
Oh, that's Rat.
Josh Garams has a question. What is it? Let's see. Well, And the new guy here, it's Trey. He is dropping out of the race, saying he can't make it, so he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to waste a qualifying spot, so Mystic's last one in, but still really crazy qualifying so far.
That's a great act by him. He doesn't want to hurt anybody else, and it's great to see that. He doesn't want to impede anybody else. He wants to give people the opportunity, so it'll be great to see here. So that means Mr. Fasty and Mystic are probably the ones who are just hoping nobody else shows up. But we just had those last 3 go, and 2 of them made it in.
Why are we doing 10?
Well, people were complaining about lag earlier, and this track is really chaotic. So, just to
There will be no lag with 12. I've not lagged this entire time.
Well,
other people have been.
Yeah, and
I did. Sprout did.
Way really crazy. So, just cut off the stupidity, I guess, a little bit. So.
Anyways, unfortunately, Cam's missed out on the race. He was the one who had the idea of the race sponsor.
Yeah.
We'll have a moment of silence for Cams.
Nope.
How much time is left on the clock?
4 minutes left.
Man, if you're gonna try to make your lap, do it now. Mystic just has to hope that nobody shows up for 4 minutes.
So this is 2:02.
So currently, Oof is going to be awarded first box out. This is going to be a great pit box. You can just pull straight out. You don't have to worry about anybody. And then it looks like Rat's going to be getting box number 2 here. And then keep moving down the line.
Oh, okay.
Aura's going to be in box number 3. Right after the victory lane kink. So hopefully we can memorize where our boxes are so that we're not running over each other here during the main event. I know that Long Beach, we had quite a few incidents on pit road. I know I was one of them. Someone took my box. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully nobody steals boxes and memorizes, like, what can I do to memorize where my box is? And the boxes go in order from qualifying. So if you're on pole, you're the first box closest to pit exit. And then if you're second down. So basically take the position you are on the board, and that's the number of boxes you are away from pit exit. So currently Mystic has the 10th box before exiting pit lane.
So, well, we're coming to 2 minutes left to go in qualifying. I don't know if we'll see anybody else go out and run a lap here in the final few moments. But so far, an absolutely crazy qualifying session. I don't even know how many people qualified so far.
We've had 19 attempts. We've had 19 attempts. So almost half the people here will not be in this main event.
Yeah.
Oh, size of ping is 880.
Well, let's take a look at the schedule and what's going to be coming up after this race. We're heading to Richmond next week on the 29th. And then we're going to be at some... Oh, yeah, we pushed it a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pushed it back a week. So we've got 3 more races coming up before a break. We're going to have a short track of Richmond. That track is tricky. It's kind of like Dover, bottom training. You might be able to make the top work, but there's a little bit more room to work with. And then we're going on the road at Sonoma. Look for drivers like Jalen and Sprout to be dominating that race. They love road courses. Sonoma's very technical and very little room for error or passing. And not a lot of space in general, especially coming down the hill. And then we go to Darlington. Throwback weekend. Might see some good schemes out there. Who knows? Darlington, you gotta be right next to the wall if you want to get some speed. And then we head into that 1 week break before the All-Star and the Coke 600 and the Roval.
Yeah, well, we have a Charlotte triple header. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what will happen there.
I mean, just look at this, though. We've got 3 races, a break, the triple header, another break, and then we have this long stretch of 10 races. And then we're at the chase, and so much can happen here. I mean, you want to build yourself as much room as you can, because if you don't, one of these races can take you out. And look at wild card races that are coming up. I mean, there's so many. Charlotte is always a wild card, regardless of who's racing in it, because anything can happen there. Michigan, look at Michigan. That's probably going to be the most chaotic race coming up. Rockingham is also a crazy racetrack. Auto Club's a crazy track. Chicagoland, very wide. And we have another drafting track, Atlanta, coming up before the chase. We're about halfway there, though. So we'll see what happens. We're just under halfway.
And that's it. Qualifying is done. And that is it for qualifying. We will see you guys in an hour for race day. An absolutely crazy qualifying session. And yeah.
See you back here a little bit before race day with the pre-race show. We'll see you guys back here in about maybe half an hour to 45 minutes. We'll be back with more from Dover.
Yep.